Hello everyone, this is Dan Gramza and welcome to dangramza.com Market Studies for Tuesday, January 2nd. All these markets are closed. They will start trading again on Monday at 5 o'clock Chicago time, and that will be for a Tuesday trade date. And before we get started, I want to wish everyone a very happy, healthy, and prosperous new year to you and your families. Thank you for sharing your day with me over this past year as we've looked at these videos in these different markets. Now, let's take a look at the S&P. On Friday, it did break to the downside, traded below its sell level. The dollar difference here in that market's $1,050 a contract. If you haven't watched these videos before, solid green line, buy level, red line, sell level. A dashed line means it's something that happened earlier in the week. Now, these are not buy and sell recommendations, just ideas that I'm sharing with you to give you a feel for how these markets do trade. And what do we look for? Look for a rest day on Monday. And you know, this structure, we're going to see that in some of these other indices. In the NASDAQ market, the difference between that buy and that sell level in that market is $2,460 a contract. Well, over here in the Dow, we're seeing something very similar as well. Traded just a bit below its sell level and it failed. It closed higher, so it's underwater as we went into this weekend if that position was maintained. The dollar difference here is $750 a futures contract. Now in the Russell, we didn't see a bounce. The dollar difference here between the sell and buy level in that market, $800 a contract. I'm looking for an inside type day. Well, when it comes to the euro, it traded below its sell level. The dollar difference, and again, this dash line means it happened actually day before yesterday. The dollar difference here in that market, to provide you with that reference, is $1,550 a no, it's not. I'm just looking at that. That didn't sound right. It's $1,262.50 a contract. Here's the Swissy, also finding sellers at new highs. Japanese yen. This is a market that dollar difference, again, just to provide you with that reference, is $300 a contract. Look for a sideways move there. Aussie dollar on Friday traded below its sell level. That dollar difference in that market is $860 a contract. And again, I'm looking for a rest day, bias to the upside. Same thing holds true with the British pound, Canadian dollar. That dollar difference in that market is $570 a contract. And again, the bias is for a move to the upside. Bitcoin. Well, here's a market that traded between its buy level to that sell level. That dollar difference is $3,725 a contract. No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's $3,250 a contract. That sounds right. And we're looking for a sideways move. This is a market that just isn't sure what it wants to do. But let's go back and take a look at the 10-year notes. The dollar difference here in that market, to provide you with that reference, is $2,187.50 in the bond market. This difference is just traded a bit below it, so that means on the sell side that position would be underwater if it was still being maintained. The dollar difference in that market between this buy and sell level is $5,062.50 a contract. Check out gold. Gold traded below its sell level. The dollar difference in that market, $2,100 a contract. This is a confused market, but depending on the yields, as we talked about in the advanced video, that'll give us some clues about these precious metals. Silver bouncing on the lows, it also wants to go higher. Well, copper. The difference between that buy and sell level, we've been talking about that market all week. That's $2,500 a contract. The enthusiasm for China really increasing demand just hasn't happened yet. It hasn't become reality in that market. But when it comes to crude oil, it's also positioning itself as it gets closer and closer to buy levels for a possible rally. I don't see that happening, though, anytime soon. And in nat gas, also a market trying to figure out what to do. I look for a sideways move here. We have a lot of natural gas out there, just like we see with soybeans. Watch Brazil, the climate in Brazil, to give you clues about what's happening in soybeans. The dollar difference between that buy and sell and buy level, $350 a contract. We're at levels that we found buyers before. You know, corn's in the same position. The difference between the sell and the buy level in that market, $450 a contract. The bias is for a move to the upside. Same thing holds true in wheat, but globally, we have a lot of potential and current storage of wheat in that marketplace. So drivers to the upside just doesn't seem to be there fundamentally. So neutral on that market. Well, those are my thoughts for today. Thank you for sharing so much time with me. I'm looking forward to being with you again on Tuesday. Well, in the meantime, have a wonderful weekend and take care.